U.S. military pauses nightly Iran strikes today. The United States military posting this video today saying the U.S. naval blockade against Iran remains in full effect. They say as of July 25th, CENTCOM has redirected 12 commercial vessels trying to run the blockade, also disabled 2 that didn't comply. They boarded another 2 in order to ensure total compliance, they say. Iran reported no U.S. strikes overnight meanwhile. President Trump reportedly ordered the U.S. military not to conduct attacks on Friday, according to Axios. This broke a 13-night streak of nightly strikes. Despite a quieter past 24 hours, though, the United States has gradually expanded the scope of its attacks against Iran in recent weeks. We, of course, saw President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner talking late last night. He was talking about some of the objectives in the war and some of the progress from the administration's standpoint. President Trump says that he is weighing a massive attack on Iran, as the Wall Street Journal says the U.S. is surging forces toward the region in order to give Trump options to expand the war. And according to Reuters, recent Iranian drone attacks on CIA facilities in the Gulf is making some question whether Russia is assisting the Iranians by providing targeting information. Graham Slattery is here. He's a White House correspondent in Washington focusing on national security, intelligence, and foreign affairs. Firstly, Graham, what's our level of knowledge about why the U.S. didn't strike last night?
Well, we can make a good inference. Essentially, what we do know from our sourcing and from some of the reporting you referenced is that there was a fairly high-level meeting at the White House involving President Trump on Friday to discuss options. Essentially, it was just
considered a proxy conflict that's related to this conflict. The Houthis being allied to Iran, the Saudis being allied with the United States, and ultimately, the Saudis and the Houthis, talk to us about the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Marine traffic brings us this live depiction of some of the traffic in that region. We're so used to looking at the Strait of Hormuz, but this whole other waterway, it's a critical passageway for global supply chains in its own right, Graham. Explain to us the importance of the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and why we're tracking it so closely, especially as friction continues to rile up between the Saudis and the Houthis.
So this strait is, obviously we all learned a lot about the Strait of Hormuz in the last few months. That was really their best choke point, but they have further escalated